Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to the Rebuild Podcast. Today we are going to be talking about the Indiana Pacers. And first and foremost, the big time rumor going out with them right now is they are actually going to be sending a contract offer to restricted free agent forward Aaron Gordon of the Orlando Magic. And that's pretty much what I want to talk about for today's video, just how great of a fit I feel like Aaron Gordon on the Indiana Pacers would absolutely be. So the Pacers last season, they went, 48-34 on the season, ended up losing, I believe, in the second round in a 7-game series to LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And let me say, man, straight up, like the Indiana Pacers, they are one of the more brighter futures in the entire NBA, just because Victor Oladipo, he went into this NBA season kind of like an underdog. People were saying, you know, the Indiana Pacers got absolutely robbed in that Paul George, Victor Oladipo swap between him and the OKC Thunder. That's definitely not the case now. Like Victor Oladipo, the most improved player on the season. And honestly, guys, I feel like he's going to be an all-star for many years to come out there, right? So how exactly does Aaron Gordon fit alongside Victor Oladipo? Well, I think it's important first to look at the current power forward position of that team, and that is Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young, 6'8", 230 pounds. Kind of a player before his time, as, you know, he's one of those small ball power forwards out there. He's been like that for his entire NBA, you know, career, going back to the Philadelphia 76ers days. So, I mean, the offense is kind of based off of having a small ball power forward, and that's exactly what Aaron Gordon is at 6'9", 220 pounds, you know, athletic base, just like Thaddeus Young was back in the day. I mean, Thaddeus still is a little athletic, but definitely not as good as he once was. But this is what I absolutely love about Aaron Gordon, his potential with this team. Because Thaddeus Young's best season was the 2014 season with the Philadelphia 76ers, where he dropped 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Last season, at only the age of 22, Aaron Gordon dropped 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block per game. So, I mean, in his young NBA career, he's already had as good a season as Thaddeus Young did in his entire NBA season. So, I mean, that says a lot about him himself. Yeah, so Aaron Gordon's play style, I mean, he's a guy that can give the ball to, can create his own shot, loves to slash to the basket, take the basket off the dribble, things like that. Can be a pretty decent catch and shoot player. Last season shot about 34% from 3. So, I mean, he really does have to improve in that department. I would like to see him get around like 36, 37% for that Pacers offense to really be optimal out there. But you think about that sense of this, man, that with Aaron Gordon out there on the court, with Myles Turner, with Darren Collison, who I believe had the highest three-point percentage of any player in the NBA, with Victor Oladipo, who can shoot the 3 very nicely. Also Bojan Bogdanovic out there. It's like, this team could legit run that 2K cheese 5-out offense, and that would be amazing. Can you picture just like Myles Turner out on the arc, and then Victor Oladipo or Aaron Gordon give either one of those guys the ball and just have them attack the basket? Like, how are you going to play defense against that? It's just, it would not, I mean, you don't want to leave any of these guys open. All pretty solid shooters out there. I think the best way to run that would, of course, be have Aaron Gordon be the guy with the ball in his hands and attacking the basket, just because out of all the starters, he probably has the lowest 3-point percentage as of right now. Actually, Myles Turner last NBA season shot, okay, so he actually, Myles Turner's actually improved pretty greatly throughout his NBA career when it comes to the 3-point shot. I'm looking it up right here, right, man. Shot about 36% last season. So yeah, Myles Turner can definitely knock it down. Darren Collison was at 47%, Oladipo at 37%, and Bojan was at 40%. So yeah, guys, all these guys out there can shoot the 3-pointer out there. The one thing I do kind of worry about, but I don't think it's that big a deal, is the rebounding. Just because Aaron Gordon, I mean, 8 rebounds last season, that's pretty damn good. Like for a power forward, for a stretch big, I don't really want to say a stretch big, but a small ball power forward like that. But the rest of the Indiana Pacers team, it's always been more of like a, I don't know, like a team effort when it came to rebounding the basketball. Last NBA season, they did average about, what's that, man? They averaged about 33 rebounds per game. No, I'm sorry, man. About 42 rebounds per game, which was kind of towards the bottom of the NBA. But all these guys can rebound the basketball, which is a good thing. They just don't really have that one dominant guy. Myles Turner is a player that I really want to see his rebounding up, just because I feel like being 6'11" athletic base, there's no reason he should not average double-digit rebounding, you know, man? So I want to see that happen. But the thing is that Aaron Gordon would be able to run in the offense with this team. Like, I would definitely want this team to be run up and down the court like crazy. And the thing is that when everybody can rebound, it's like you catch that ball, everybody else start running, man, get the outlet pass, and that team should be running that 7-second or less offense out there. So I do love the idea of that. But yeah, do I think Aaron Gordon, Victor Oladipo, Myles Turner, do I feel like that gets it done in the Eastern Conference? It depends, because I don't think that team wins the Eastern Conference Finals. I feel like, you know, the Boston Celtics, assuming LeBron James goes back to the Cavaliers, that's definitely not going to happen. But, you know, a LeBron James Eastern Conference team, and even the Philadelphia 76ers, like, I still feel like they might be a tad better, but I don't feel like the Indiana Pacers are that far behind. Just because, like, you know, Aaron Gordon and Miles Turner, that's a very young front court right there. So I feel like chemistry will take this team a little bit of time to get things going out there. And then, of course, Aaron Gordon needing to play off ball a lot, or learning to play off ball a lot more. You know, because you want Victor Oladipo handling the basketball the majority of the time. And I just, man, I see the potential of Miles Turner. I see him just ready to take that next step. I think it's going to happen this next NBA season, guys. Already averaged about 13 points a game last season, 6 rebounds. So it's like his defense is definitely there. I feel like defensively, this team definitely, just based off their athleticism alone, will have some great perimeter defense and be able to, you know, lock down some other guys out there. But I want to see Miles Turner take that next step. Aaron Gordon, I feel like going into his 5th NBA season after averaging 18 points last season, I think he can definitely hit that 20-point mark. So if, you know, you get that 23 points per game, I think Oladipo's going to be around actually probably 26 points per game next NBA season. You get 20 out there from Aaron Gordon. That does take a little bit of pressure off Miles Turner from having to be big time out there. But it's definitely a nice move, man. It's like, you know, kind of look at Thaddeus Young, who is getting older, you know, especially being an athletic-based power forward. He's gonna be like 31, 32, so that athleticism starts dropping off real quick. So when you're a player like that, that does hurt you. So it's like this, man. When you go out to the bar to get a drink, and they say you want top shelf, or do you just want the bitch ass stuff out there? Thaddeus Young is the bitch ass stuff. Aaron Gordon is like a top shelf Thaddeus Young. I think that's the best way I could put it, man. Also, yo, the dunks being thrown down by this squad, Victor Oladipo, Aaron Gordon, god damn, bro, like that team, oh my god, it's gonna be Oop City up there in, for the Indiana Pacers, man. So, I don't know, I feel like it's an exciting move. I hope that the Orlando Magic, do I want them to, because you look at the Magic standpoint, it's like, you know, if you could get Aaron Gordon for a really good contract, then they're, of course, going to match that, right? So that's the thing. It's like, how much money are the Pacers willing to throw at Aaron Gordon, knowing that the Magic could accept any deal? I mean, I hate to say it, but you might be thinking about max contract money to get Aaron Gordon off the Orlando Magic. If it's, there's no way you're going to get this man at a bargain price. That's just not going to happen. The Magic are not going to let a 22, 23-year-old, roughly 20 point per game scorer just walk away for a really cheap contract. Not in this era of the NBA. Not in the era where Joakim Noah is getting paid however much money or whatever, man. So that's it, they're gonna have to spend to get him, and I think that's definitely worth it though, because, you know, it's not like the Pacers are exactly the free agent team out there that teams are just lining up to go to. Unfortunately, they're not that big market team, and that's okay. I mean, you can still build a team without doing that. Not everybody can be the Lakers or Knicks or the Boston Celtics. Unfortunately, I say that as a Pistons fan, right? It's just sometimes you got to spend a little bit more to get some not as talented players. Because Aaron Gordon, I mean, is he as good as LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard or other guys are going to get like max contracts and stuff like that? No, he's not. But for this team, he fits their style of play. I think it's a low-risk move. I don't think he has big-time injury issues. Looks like, well, I guess, yeah, last NBA season, he did only play 57 or 58 games. So, yeah, there's a little bit of risk right there. Season before 80, season before that, 78. And then his first NBA season played 47 games. I don't know if that was because he was a rookie or if it was due to injury issues out there. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely have that risk with him. But I love the fit. I can't think of any other free agent that is going to go to this Indiana Pacers team that could help them right now like an Aaron Gordon could. I heard about this rumor probably around the NBA trade deadline of last season, so I liked it then. I still like it now. And oh, I didn't even mention, like, they got what, Aaron Holiday in the draft from UCLA, another player out there that just fits instantly into this offense along Aaron Gordon. The pick and roll possibilities of the pick and pop with, you know, Aaron Gordon or Aaron Holiday. Yes, Aaron Holiday, right? I feel like I'm saying that wrong for some reason, but just, it's some good things going on for the Pacers, especially if LeBron James leaves the Eastern Conference. I think the Pacers, listen, man, I'm not saying they could absolutely beat the Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not saying they would, but I'm also not saying that there's not a chance. Because if you take LeBron James to a Game 7, anything's possible. So, who knows, man? I'm a big fan of Victor Oladipo. I love his work ethic. And this Pacers team looks a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully they get Lance Stevenson back. I think he's a big part of that team, like just their swagger out there. So I'm hoping he comes back. They actually did not extend him the qualifying offers. But yeah, my friends, let me know in the comment section below what you guys all think about Aaron Gordon potentially signing with the Indiana Pacers. Would you like to see go there? Is there a different team you'd like to see him go to? I mean, I think a team like the Phoenix Suns makes sense. Devin Booker, DeAndre, and Aaron Gordon, that could be a big three, you know, a few years down the road. Maybe he goes to a championship caliber team, who really knows, man. Maybe he just goes back to Orlando Magic and him and Mohamed Bamba become something special. from a front court standpoint. Oh my God, I'm looking at his, because I'm on his basketball reference. It says relatives Drew Gordon. I thought it said Drew Gooden for some reason, which I know is an NBA player, once upon a time, but it definitely was not him. But yeah, my friends, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Until next time, peace out, my friends.